I'm Kyle Fernandez.
And I'm Brian Preston, and we're with PalmerHouse Properties in St. Louis, Missouri. And in this video, we are going to talk about the top 3 reasons to move to St. Louis in 2021.
Let's get after it. All right, Brian, I'll go ahead and kick it off this time.
Okay.
I think number 1 out of the top 3 is it's actually St. Louis is a big city, but without the big city cost. What I mean by that is we have our downtown, which is thriving. They've just put, you probably know the number better than I, down by Ballpark Village. They're redoing the arch grounds. They spent millions and millions of dollars on the riverfront. You can actually get a condo or a loft down in the loft district still for under $200,000, which is, you ask any other big city, that's unheard of.
Especially in this market, with prices going up.
I think people also here take pride in the city. People, we still have that Midwest mentality. People are still friendly here, even in 2021, right?
Yeah, when everyone's stressed, right, from COVID, people are still friendly.
That's right. And I know we've talked about this in some of our other videos, but this is known as the 20-minute city. Why? Because everything is really within 20, 30 minutes of, even if you're in the county, you can be downtown. So due to all of our highways. So I think one of the top reasons is it is a big but small city because we still have, it's affordable. Yep,
it is. But we also still have a lot of the things that big cities have, but the cost of living is good, and I would agree with you. That's a good one. So the number 2 reason why moving to St. Louis in 2021 is a great idea is because of our sports. This is a sports town. I know we talk about that on multiple videos, but when you move here, you will realize that. And I'm going to start with the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, they've won the most World Series pennants in the National League at 11. And this year, they're going to be good for a lot of reasons. Number 1, I'm going to start with Nolan Arenado. I'm not sure how this trade happened, but great job to the Cardinals of getting this done. Got the best third baseman in baseball, and Paul Goldschmidt is at first base. The corners are locked up, and our infield is very, very solid. And again, we're going to return with pitching. We have one of the best, we have the most depth as far as pitching is concerned. So it's going to be another great year at Busch Stadium. This year, they are allowing fans to be in the stands, so we're excited for that. Another thing I'm going to mention is that we do have the MLS on the horizon. That's coming up. So St. Louis will have soccer, the Battlehawks. The football team, that's coming back. We're not sure when that is happening, but there is confirmation that is happening. And then, of course, our Blues coming off the 2019 Stanley Cup champions, first time in the city's history that we've won the Stanley Cup in a strong hockey town. So we're still buzzing from that. We do have a solid team this year, and we're going to make the playoffs. I know we will. We're kind of middle of as far as the standings right now. In our division, we're in the middle, but we're going to make the playoffs. I'm confident we will. So the sports, wouldn't you agree, Kyle? I mean, this is such a sports town.
It's a sports town for sure. And for those who have not been to St. Louis, the ballpark is, it's not even that old. How old is Busch Stadium now? Is Busch Stadium 3? I think it's 5 years old?
No,
a little older than that. Time flies.
10 years old, but it's
still a beautiful stadium. They kind of built everything around that stadium. Like you mentioned, the MLS is coming. St. Louis is also a soccer town. It's a sports town. And it's almost a prerequisite is when you move to St. Louis, you better become a Cardinals fan because this is Cardinal Nation. Ask any player out there in the MLB, every one of them will tell you they love coming to St. Louis to play ball here. So yeah, I think that's definitely 2021 is going to be a huge year for sports, especially in the baseball element.
Well, and now I see on Facebook that people are starting to move into at Ballpark Village, the residences that overlook Busch Stadium That's another reason to move to St. Louis in 2021 is that those are now available. People are moving in. It's been in the works for several years. Another addition of Ballpark Village is the residences that overlook the stadium. So,
and they're very cool because you can be in your apartment watching the baseball game.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, very cool. Out in the pool watching the game. So yeah, they did a really good job.
I agree.
I think that's another great reason to move to the city, especially if you're a sports fan. If you're not, you'll become one, I promise.
I agree.
Yeah, good call. All right, Brian, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up with the third and final. Even though there's many more than just three, we're just focusing again on the top 3 reasons to move to St. Louis in 2021.
Sure.
I'm going to say the third reason is St. Louis is a great place to raise a family. Why? First off, we have amazing school districts, both public and private schools. Number one question you're going to hear if you move to St. Louis from anybody that lived in St. Louis for some time is, where'd you go to high school? That's right.
Why do you think that is? I mean, it is an interesting question that when people move here, they're like, why does everyone ask that question? I have an opinion on why I think.
I do too. My opinion is being a big, small city that we talked about, it kind of locates what part of the city you lived in, right? So if you I went to Vianney High School, which is in Kirkwood. Well, then odds are I lived around that area. So I think it just helps dictate and determine where that person grew up at. What's your opinion?
I agree. I think it really just tells us, it maybe it's not a good thing, but it causes people to form an opinion of
that is true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's what it is. They're just trying to know what they think. Maybe they know what your personality is going to be like.
Right.
It's based on where you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's interesting. And sometimes it's true, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, right, for sure. So
to kind of piggyback on, another reason why it's a great place to raise a family. I know your kids are on spring break right now. There's lots of stuff to do in St. Louis, and there's actually lots of free stuff to do. We have a world-known zoo. St. Louis Zoo is one of the largest, and it's been voted, top 3 for continuous years. Our museums are free, and we have one of the coolest parks in the United States, Forest Park, that has so many things you can do there, from softball, volleyball, you can go paddle boating, you can go through nature hike trails. I mean, it's just an amazing park. You can spend the whole day just in the park.
The aquarium is open.
Union Station Aquarium, which does the Polar Express in the winter, right?
Yep, that's definitely something cool you should do if you haven't. Another thing to think about with St. Louis is our low cost of living. Even with everything kind of being inflated as far as the housing market, we still have a very low cost of living, and St. Louis has been voted a top city for young entrepreneurs, and it also made the list of being one of the happiest cities in America. Here's another stat. Did you know that we have over 30 four-year colleges and universities in the St. Louis area?
Really? No, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a good amount based on the size of our metro area.
We also have some world-known hospitals, which is another reason why you probably want to have a family here, right?
Absolutely.
Just in case somebody gets sick, and we have both elements. We have Children's Hospital and we have Barnes Hospital. They're both I know Barnes and Children's in the top 13 hospitals in the United States. So having great healthcare is pretty important, especially in this day and age.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. And also, if you think about the job opportunities for people that work in healthcare, there's a lot of job opportunities. A lot of students come here to go to WashU and SLU and some of the medical schools, and then they end up staying here because they love the city and they're able to get a job because of what you're talking about, all the great hospitals that we have.
Kind of a best kept secret, for a lot of people. They have no idea what's going on here, and we have a lot going on. So St. Louis it's a great city. And the only way you're going to find out is come visit. And people who leave St. Louis, for whatever reason, they almost 90% of the time always end up coming back. Because again, it's that big, small town.
All right. I think that is it. Again, I'm Brian Preston.
And I'm Kyle Fernandez.
We're with PalmerHouse Properties, and reach out to us for if you have any questions about real estate and moving to the St. Louis area. And please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.